Celebrities are always getting into hot water, and 2021 has been no different. That's why today on Beyond the Screen we're going to be breaking down the top 10 biggest celebrity fails of 2021 so far, because it's not over yet. Before we get into it though, I wanted to let you know that we're launching a new channel called Bumblebee very soon. Before we get into it though, I did want to let you know we're launching a new channel called Bumblebee very soon, and you should check it out if you like lists of crazy and cool stuff. Starting off this list, we got number 10, DaBaby. Rapper DaBaby has been going through a cancellation after he made some homophobic comments while performing. While he was on stage, the rapper said in part, quote, "If you didn't show up today with HIV/AIDS, any of them deadly STDs that'll make you die in 2 or 3 weeks, put your cell phone light up." Adding that ladies can put their cell phone lights up if their privates, quote, "smell like water." Going on to make derogatory comments about men hooking up in the parking lot. After those comments were made, the rapper faced backlash from fellow performers as well as fans. The rapper was supposed to be headlining the final day of Lollapalooza, but after the comments the festival dropped him, along with a number of other festivals since then. DaBaby has made countless statements, seemingly apologies since the incident, but none have felt very sincere, so his career has taken a big hit. And at number 9, Khloe Kardashian. Khloe broke the internet when it was revealed that an unedited photo of her was going viral online. Even worse, after the photo started to gain traction, Khloe got lawyers involved and hired an entire team to scour the internet to remove the photo. But obviously you can't stop the internet from spreading things around, and the harder that Khloe tried to remove the photo, the bigger the story got. The photo in question shows Khloe in a bikini by a pool without any makeup or airbrushing. After the story got too big to ignore, Khloe's camp released a statement saying, quote, "The color edited photo was taken of Khloe during a private family gathering and posted to social media without permission by mistake by an assistant." However, we learned later that her grandma MJ is actually the one that posted the photo, so that makes everything just even more sad. And at number 8, Jamie Lynn Spears. Jamie Lynn Spears has been getting dragged online recently, with Britney's fans attacking her. After Britney recently made a lot of negative comments about her family, even specifically calling out Jamie Lynn in some of them, it's clear Britney despises her entire family, including her younger sister. After Jamie Lynn started getting hate, she responded, quote, "Maybe I didn't support her the way the public would like me to with a hashtag on a public platform, but I can assure you that I've supported my sister long before there was a hashtag, and I'll support her long after." But Britney has been clapping back. In one caption, Britney wrote, quote, "I don't like that my sister showed up at an awards show and performed my songs to remixes. My so-called support system hurt me deeply. This conservatorship killed my dreams." Jamie Lynn recently posted a video of herself crying to her Instagram. In the audio, you can hear her 3-year-old daughter comforting her, which has been called very cringy because it kind of is. And at number 7, Frenemies. Ethan Klein and Trisha Paytas were classic frenemies. Their relationship started off with them hating one another, but over time they blossomed to be basically best friends. Their dynamic was so interesting to watch, they even created a podcast together called Frenemies. The podcast was extremely successful, but their friendship didn't last long, and it seemed that Trisha would quit the podcast every month. After the 3rd time Trish quit, Ethan had enough and cut her from the podcast. Ethan is still doing the podcast, but now with his family instead, calling it Families. And at number 6, Kanye West. Kanye West has been hyping up the release of his latest album called Donda, and all of his fans were incredibly excited for new music. But that excitement has faded now that Kanye has delayed the album 2 weeks in a row. Kanye keeps having listening parties for the album to announce the release, but before he does, he decides to delay it another week to perfect it. Kanye's even went so far as to live in Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz Stadium while he's working on it. He now says he refuses to leave until the album is complete, and since has posted a photo of his new digs on Instagram, it seems that he's sticking by his word. Kanye now claims the album will be released this Friday, and I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Halfway at number 5, Ace Family lawsuits. The Ace family is currently caught up in multiple lawsuits. Austin's boxing company, Social Gloves, was being sued for not paying fighters for their boxing event. Then a company that partnered with Social Gloves on the event, LiveX Live, sued Austin for a whopping $100 million for defamation. This is most likely relating to Austin's earlier statement that the reason boxers were not being paid was because LiveX Live was withholding the funds. To refresh you on the McBroom family's other lawsuits, Austin's company Ace Hat Productions is also getting sued, along with Catherine, Austin's wife, being sued by one of her former business partners over their beauty products. On top of all of this, apparently the couple is also being evicted from their $7 million mansion. Apparently they haven't been paying their mortgage either. And at number 4, Courtney Love. Courtney Love decided to go after music's new it girl, Olivia Rodrigo, and Courtney definitely embarrassed herself in the process. After Olivia posted some photos to promote her Sour Prom, Courtney felt the photos were very similar to her band Hole's album cover and made sure Olivia knew. Courtney shared a side-by-side of Olivia's photo and the album cover with the caption, quote, "Spot the difference, hashtag twinning." Rodrigo responded in the comments, quote, "Love you and lived through this so much." But I guess Olivia didn't seem to get the memo, so Love added, quote, "Olivia, you're welcome. My favorite florist is in Notting Hill, London. DM me for deets. I look forward to reading your note." Essentially saying that Courtney was looking for some sort of apology. Courtney responded to some other comments on the photo saying that she's not mad, but it was just in bad taste and rude of Olivia. I think someone needs to tell Courtney that she doesn't own the prom girl aesthetic, especially since the movie Carrie basically did it first. At least I think so. And at number 3, Matt Damon. Matt Damon just had a case of instant regret. Basically, during an interview, he shared a story about how his daughter urged him to stop using the F slur as it's homophobic. Damon claims that he only used it as a joke and never in a harmful manner, but that his daughter's words resonated with him, so he decided to stop. But that instantly backfired, with people calling out the star for ever saying it in the first place. So then the actor tried to clear the air and clarify that he never actually said the F word in the first place, he only heard it back when he was a kid. Damon said, quote, "I've never called anyone the F slur in my personal life, and this conversation with my daughter was not a personal awakening. I do not use slurs of any kind." But I don't really think anyone believes that's true. And at number 2, Chrissy Teigen. If you guys remember, Chrissy Teigen went through a massive cancellation after it was revealed that she bullied multiple other celebrities over the years, even coming after children at some points. All of her and her tweets were incredibly disgusting and made the entire internet turn on her. Chrissy decided to leave the internet for an undisclosed amount of time to reflect on her words and actions. But the time that she decided to take away only turned out to be a measly 23 days. She couldn't even pretend that she was actually going to change her ways and work on herself. Her return to the internet was not taken well, and many of her fans have stopped supporting her. And finally, at number 1, Jensen Karp. You might recall the infamous shrimp tails that were found in a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch covered in the cinnamon. The man who posted it to the internet, Jensen Karp, is a comedian and was a public figure already, but after the viral tweet, his fame exploded. People even learned he was once married to Topanga from Boy Meets World. After the internet exposed the alleged shrimp tails, the world was in a debate over whether or not the whole thing was real. But that quickly changed when multiple women came forward, showing that Jensen was a toxic and manipulative partner who is a known liar. Nobody knows what happened to the alleged shrimp tails, but his reputation took a huge hit. So that's all for the list, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this one below, but before I go, I'm gonna shout out some comments from a video on celebrities that destroyed their careers on late night shows. One user said Lily Singh made Amy Schumer look like the funniest comedian that ever existed. I mean, I don't want to rag on Amy Schumer, I don't think she's that bad, but Lily Singh's show was quite terrible, and I actually was somewhat of a fan of Lily's beforehand. And Ari said Andy Dick had fans. I really don't even know much about Andy Dick, so I'm not even going to comment on that. I just thought that was very funny. Then Geek Chic said a cousin of mine interviewed Andy Dick for her work. She said that he was very pervy towards her, and she also added that he acted just like his last name. So two, bad Andy Dick, reviews. Clearly, there's something going on with him. Alright guys, that's all for the video today. Thanks so much for sticking around if you made it all the way here. If you liked the video and you want to see some more, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith. Make sure to check us out on social media, and I'll catch you all in the next one.